It's almost evening, and welcome back to another stream. I've not been drinking for a while, but this is Say Nights High Gravity Malt Liquor. Gonna put some good Russian music. One of my favorite songs of Alisa. Santitas, Ides, Yellow Corn, and Santitas, Chunky Salsa. Malt liquor, only malt liquor. 8.2% alcohol by volume. No, I don't speak to Todd that much. Very little. But you know, it's a good thing you brought it up, because a couple days ago I talked to him and he's been asking me about Russian music, which I've been putting on his videos back in 2009. You know, he still likes the songs. I've been showing him some Russian music and I gave him the link. And then he found out more songs of that group without knowing Russian. And he also found another song, my favorite songs from my childhood. It's also Russian rock, but it's a different singer. And I'm like, wow, man, how did you find that one? That's crazy. And the funny thing that I liked that song when I was like 5 or 6. I feel kind of bad for him. You know, let me tell you something. Life is shit. You know, at the end of the day, the end is horrible. We're gonna die, we're gonna suffer. And that's why when people are saying, oh, everything's gonna be good, you know, I talked about it before. We're all gonna die in pain, and that's gonna be the happy ending. Or maybe the happy ending will be we're gonna go to heaven. But before then, we're just gonna work and we're gonna have like little happiness here and there, such as being with a woman we like, you know, having nice food, little things like that. But so would you say you're nihilist at this point? I guess you can say so. I kind of am. Life made me that way. And I've been drinking a lot, so this malt liquor seems kind of hard for me right now. Anyways,
зацепился за края.
true.
Трачу не даря.
And the world's been always been a mess, but now it's even worse. You know, I've been making these videos about kind of Sovens, what's going on. It's fucking horrible. It seems like there is a small group of Jews, and I'm talking about some Jews, of course, um, who are brainwashed with Zionist agenda, and they have money and power, and they're destroying everybody. They're like wolves in sheep's clothing. And they call everybody anti-Semites when they're themselves committing atrocities. And I've been watching some people's social media, and they're saying, how can we support Israel? Look what they're doing. Just killing shit ton of people. And they're saying that the Palestinians are the bad ones. I'm thinking it's important to cherish the thing that makes us happy. Keep it simple. I agree. I completely agree. But the only problem with that is whatever makes me happy may not make other people happy. For example, I'm not a big and strong guy, I don't work out a lot, and I like to show off, as some people think of that. Because acting the way I want to act makes me feel happy. But other people may say, you know what, who are you to act like this? I want to fuck you up. And other people feel like it's going to make them feel happy to just beat the crap out of me. And people say, hey Emil, don't act this way. Because you're not going to be happy with the consequences of your actions. You may feel short-term happiness of just like expressing yourself the way you feel, but you shouldn't be doing it because the consequences is not going to make you feel happy, my friend. See, that's the problem right there. So I guess the only thing I can do, which can make me happy, is drink my Santitas and drink some fucking, and eat some fucking chips and salsa. Because that does make me happy, feel happy too. So I can afford that type of happiness, I guess. I don't care about other people's opinions on my happiness, neither should you, Emil. Hold your head high, fuck them. You're right. You're right about that. So next time when I'm gonna act in arrogant, cocky manner, and people's gonna say, huh? I'm gonna say, well, go ahead and fuck yourself, motherfucker. That's just how I feel. I only got one life, I want to enjoy it. We are all a long time dead. Yeah. So I guess, yeah. And the older I get, the less I care. So, live for the day, be happy as you can. Nothing wrong with working hard too. Most self-worth is strong. I completely agree with you on that one. 100%. You know what some problem right now I have? That I'm not working hard. That's my problem these days. I work like 4 to 5 hours a day, 6 days a week at the warehouse. I have other sources of income which are not that much, but I don't want to talk about it. It's kind of personal. But job-wise, I only have one part-time job. And I'm okay. I have enough money to survive. Even though I'm pretty poor right now. Like, I actually have less money on my bank account than I used to. But I still, managing it. So, okay, 1 second. I'm gonna tell you to shut up because I don't like when people tell me you need help because it seems like it's a troll language. But then you said move out of Cali. You know what? I agree with you. I want to move out, but I just can't. I just don't have an opportunity. But, I don't like when people tell me that I need help. Because that sounds to me like I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't like when people treat me like that. Do you not fancy working 30 to 40 hours and get a more comfortable living space? I mean, my living arrangement is going to change, but I'm not going to be talking about it. You will see. But I don't want to be talking about my life right now on the internet. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to take it too personal at this point. When it comes to working 30 to 40 hours, at the job I'm working at, there's no opportunity for that. It's only 25, 26 hours. Okay? Because that's all they need. It's not a normal job. And I can't get anything else. I tried. I was not applying like 10, 20 places a day, which is not gonna work out for me, but I definitely need to move out of Cali. That was a good recommendation, but I can't do it right now. I was looking at Lydia like a serious help. I didn't mean to patronize man. No offense intended. Oh, you didn't offend me at all. You cool. With somebody else. That's why I didn't put you in timeout. But I do need to move out of Cali. I agree. I just can't do it right now. I wanted to go to New York, but Lydia, I don't know, I feel like she's going to psychologist discussing me because I'm getting these videos, of Russian psychologists talking about my problems. And it really resonates with me. And normally I wouldn't be watching these people. And I'm finding out about new people whom I didn't even know about before, such as Sabina Khairova, Andrew Tate, Eva Longoria, and other people. I didn't know about them, but then my feeds on my phone showing these people. And then I watched some Russian movie. It's called in Russian слово пацана. It means the word of the dude, I guess. It's a nice movie. It's about Russian life in late 80s, and I can relate to that because kind of that show in 2000s. But I really enjoy the Sierra Leone videos. You should do more travel vlogs. You could get paid for it too. And you and Tad should get an apartment together in Columbus and make YouTube content. Grow a channel and make money on super chat donations and ads. Nah, it's not gonna work. I mean, it would be nice if it would, but I don't have no opportunities in Columbus. I would like to go back, but it's not gonna work, unfortunately. It's just not gonna work. But I would like to go back and to visit, you know. That would be nice. I'm gonna see if my money is gonna be a little better end of the April. I'm making some financial planning in my head. And I should get rid of most of my credit card debt by then. Which my credit card debt is not that big, but you know, which is still my money is not that great right now. Did you enjoy Sierra Leone? Oh hell yeah, of course I did. But I don't have money to go right now. My money is not good. I'm almost broke, okay? So I don't have a lot of money right now, so I cannot do it. I don't have a lot of money on my bank account, and I have a little credit card debt, okay? So, which I'm working on getting rid of. I used to be to South Africa and Iceland. Amazing. Oh, that's great. I heard about Johannesburg and Cape Town. I think my uncle's been there, or some people been there whom I know, and they enjoyed it. People been telling me about it. I also want to go to Japan as well, but I don't have money to travel right now. Last travel I did outside of America, it was Germany last August. I went there with my mom, and my mom paid for everything. I went to Hamburg. I met some people who I knew from like my childhood. So they're good people, you know, really good people. They're kind of old, and they're talking to me like, oh, we're probably gonna see you last time, but it was a good, you know, like, I had a good time. True.
Вечер вышел чуть длинней. На воде
Cheers!
пляшут блики фонарей. Из темноты струится дым, туман. Качели вверх, качели вниз, только милость способна ждать, как ждет удара копье. Дай мне зоркость опять.
Wish you the best, man. Can't go in there. Thank you. I need a good wishes right now, cause I don't know, my life is not that bad. I just not motivated for nothing. And I feel like I can't get normal jobs anywhere I go, but I'm not gonna be too negative about it because there's no point. I'm just gonna do whatever needs to be done, and that's it. I'm surviving. My mom is in Europe right now, so she's not getting on my case. I'm so fucking tired of her sending me the articles about what's wrong with me. Because I just want to do what I want to do. You know, it's like, there's no point of talking about, oh, I found out you have this problem or that problem. You know, as trivial as it sounds, but I need to say this. How about we focus not on the problems, but on the solutions? I don't want to hear about the problems. I'm just like, okay, this is how I am, what needs to be done, that's it. I get the money, I get bitches, whatever. I do the best I can with what I got. I don't want to like hear type of stuff. Oh, I want to help you, I want to guide you. Because this is not what I need in my life. I need like, not guidance, but more so experience and training, you know, like, but like, I need like hands-on experience training, meaning like, you know, just all about doing things. It's like, okay, I need to make money. What needs to be done? Okay, I do the best I can. Not talking about doing things, but actually fucking doing things, you know? Not going there and planning, okay, need to do this, need to do this. All this fucking theory. Just fucking put things into practice. Let's just fucking do it, you know? Do whatever needs to get done. Not talk about doing things, but actually doing things, you know? Less talk, more action. And you know, I've been watching my buddy's been talking about, you know, it's a little bit unrelated topic, but I'm gonna say it that way. He's been talking about that men and women, they shouldn't be just having sex, they should be talking about it. And that's true. But, you know, why people need to talk? People are talking to give other people information which would be helpful for them, you know, to understand what needs to be understood. But when it comes to sex, okay, that could be helpful because, okay, you need to know how to deal with a woman, she needs to know what, etc., what I like versus what she likes. Yeah, we need to talk about that. What are my thoughts on Israel, Gaza? Well, I mean, I think that whatever Jewish people are doing is really fucked up. But there are different, you know, opinions. Because there are some Arabs, and I watched the video of one Arab woman who lives in Israel, and she's been talking about, you know, that Hamas is bad, they're oppressing people, that Palestinian people, the loss of life is atrocities, no matter what side. I mean, I agree with you. And the thing is, but let me finish, okay? I didn't finish my, you know, thought. It's gonna be a long one, so please bear with me. But I agree with your point. Even though Jewish people feel like, you know, Jewish life worth more, but let's not get into it right now. But yeah, that Muslim woman been talking about that Hamas is bad because they're oppressing their people, you know, and she's pro-Israel because she lives in Israel and she's Arab, and she's saying that her life as in Israel is so good that she doesn't have to do as much to get to college and whatever, and some Israeli people have to do more to get less. But here's the kick to it, okay? What does it mean, according to Jewish people, being chosen person? You're chosen to do what? To do more to get less. Because being chosen doesn't mean that you know, you better than everybody else. Being chosen means that you have to be an example for other people. But the thing of that is, there are a lot of contradictions because on one hand, okay, this Palestinian woman, she lives in Israel, or Arab woman, whatever. She lives in Israel and she's happy and she thinks Hamas is horrible. She has a good life. She feels like, she has all her rights and Hamas is bad. But then I'm watching on the internet and I'm seeing that clearly on the Palestinian side, we have more deaths and we have more casualties. I'm seeing all these Christian and Muslims, okay, trying to go to talk to Jewish people, and they're telling me, get the fuck out of here. I'm seeing how Candace Owens being fired from Daily Wire for anti-Semitism just because she's trying to find out what's going on. And she is not anti-Semitic in any case. And when she asked the Rebbe about the definition of anti-Semitism, which is the wrong definition, is this, because Semites are not only Jews but also Arabs. So the right term would be Judophobia. So, as a matter of fact, you're anti-Semitic because you hate Arabs, because Arabs are because Arabs are also Semites. Rabbi Berkeley not been giving direct answer. He's been talking about blood libel and this and that. In 1944 in England, how Jewish people been accused of sucking Christian blood. And she said nothing about it. She's been talking about Hitler and national, you know. She's not been talking about the Jews. She's been talking about how American people think. And she's been bringing Hitler as an example of nationalism. And the thing is, the Jewish people say that nationalism is equal anti-Semitism. But what is nationalism? Love for your country. What would you do to stop the Gaza Strip saga? Well, there is nothing I can do about it, but I think that if I'm gonna try to do something, I'm probably gonna get killed. That's what I really think. But I also think that if I'm gonna try to do something about it, they're not gonna let me do it. Because Candace Owens, she wanted to go to Israel to find out what's going on. And guess what? They don't want her to go there. She got fired from Daily Wire. Why she got fired? What does Ben Shapir said? I'm declining to answer the question. That's it. Like Tupac said, they punish people who are asking questions. You can't ask nothing. It's like, you can't say anything to the Jew, That's why I don't trust these people. And when I'm seeing these footages of how this Jewish military people, they're not allowing this Muslim woman to go to Ajax to pray, and they're beating them up, and they're also beating up the real Jews, Noturei Karta, who are also following their religion, and they're beating them up for going against the Jewish agenda. Things like that makes me think that, what? Something is not right. I can't support it. It's too fucking shady, I can't support it. And then the Jewish people talking about, I'm Jewish woman, I'm dating Palestinian men. I'm as a Jewish woman, I have all the rights, but my husband, who's Palestinian, has no rights. It's just, I don't know, shit just doesn't add up. Even though this Arab woman talks about how good your life in Israel is, which I believe in that, because I have a lot of people whom I personally knew in Russia from my Jewish school. They live in Israel, they live in fine over there, it's true. People in Gaza are suffering, getting killed. But people in Israel, they're living fine. They're talking about how Israel is great. If they have 50 people killed over there, they're making sounds like a fucking thousand of people. And people living there just fine. But Palestinians, they're fucking suffering, So, and then people who ask questions like Under Sovins, they've been called anti-Semitic, when she didn't say anything against the Jewish people, really. As a matter of fact, she's really like, she's not talking about killing anybody. But just the fact that she doesn't agree with Rabbi Berkeley makes you anti-Semitic. And she's saying, oh, I used to date a Jewish man and I used to have a lot of Jewish friends. And when I said what I said in 2018, at that time nobody said nothing. But then 6 months later, in 2019, whatever, year later, I think it was less than a year because, she said 6 months because it was like February of 19. They started, making lies on her, and they making articles about things that she didn't say, and they've been misconstruing her words. And trust me, I grew up with my Jewish dad, and I can tell from my personal experience, the Jewish people are, they're all about that. They're always, they like to misconstrue everything you say, if they don't like what you're saying. Like I used to live with my dad and my stepmom, and they used to talk about, oh, this guy is anti-Semite, that guy is anti-Semite, this guy is good for Israel, this guy is not. What country we live in? We live in the United States of America, right? And I was thinking that, and I'm like, why do we need to care about Israel? Because what? We need peace. Israel is only democracy in the Middle East, and Arabs are savages, and they're so fucking horrible. You need to destroy Hamas because it's Israeli interest. And then Israel and America should suffer because of it. America should spend money and American soldiers to fight for Israel. But what does Israel do for America? No answer. No answer. No direct answer to that question. What does Israel do for America? What? And why do American people need to go to the Middle East and die over there, What they're gaining from it? What? They're not gaining nothing from it, so it's like, why to do that? And Ben Shapiro said, oh, I have a guy on my platform who feels that way. He said that America should stay out of Israel. He said, I personally don't agree with that idea. I think it's pretty ignorant and it's wrong, but I let him talk, I let him say things. Like, oh my God, I'm all about freedom of speech. I let isolationists talk. Right. Even though I don't agree with him. Yeah, right. But of course he doesn't agree. Ben Shapiro acting like he's like Mr. Logic and everything. But when it comes to Israel and stuff, it's like straight manipulation. Straight manipulation. I don't trust these people. And then when Candace Owens was showing a thing about the Kanye West, what this rabbi wrote him. And we're talking about mitigating Kanye West. And here's the funny thing. I deal with my Jewish Zionist parents. They talking about that type of stuff too. I'm talking about me going to rehab, things like that. My mom has been putting a year and a half ago medicine in my food. And she's been talking about that I need to get myself on medication. And I've been saying no to that. And she's watching all my videos and monitoring me. And the funny thing that when I was watching the last video of Candace Owens right before she got fired from Daily Wire, where she's been talking about things which resonate with me. Medicating people, threats, things like that. And I'm like, damn, this is what my parents have been doing to me. That's exactly what Ben Shapir and this Rebbe has been doing to Candaceovans. You know? For just like saying how I really feel. But I need to go and get medication. I need to get a diagnosis. And then brother Nathaniel too. He has a diagnosis and I'm stupid for not getting one. And I've been watching brother Nathaniel. He's been talking to Gentile youth, you know, and talking to their parents to get their permission. He's been talking about he has a relationship with Rand Paul, who's a politician. Of course, he's an isolationist because he wants to put America first. And I met brother Nathaniel in real life. He didn't make an impression on me like he's a crazy guy. He seems to me like he's a knowledgeable person who reads, who thinks, who is sociable, who is confident. Okay? I met him in real life once. He didn't make an impression to me like he's fucking crazy. But what the Zionists said about him, he's crazy anti-Semite and he has a diagnosis. And I need to get one too. Crazy guy who runs in San Francisco with a cross. That's what they say. Anti-Semite. He who only wants to encourage people for the hateful things, such as like fucking killing people. They say don't watch people like brother Nathaniel because if you watch him, you may wanna go on the rampage. This is what Jewish people tell you. This is what Zionists tell you about people whom they don't like. He said that Jews are bad, everybody is good. He's been manipulating you, brainwashing you, so you're gonna get a gun and fucking kill the Jews. Because they thinking that if I'm gonna be watching brother Nathaniel or Candaceovans or people who are critical of Israel and their policies, I'm gonna get brainwashed and I'm gonna get a gun and I'm gonna start killing Jews. That's what they make you think, you know. And then also they make you think that you don't have your own brain, you just blindly follow these people. And these people, they're manipulating you into certain agenda, which is not good. You wanna go pro and con. And by the way, when I'm talking about it, I have a connection problem, FYI. But they're telling me don't watch this, don't watch this. Why? Why? So, who is brainwashing whom? When I was watching brother Nathaniel, he seems to me like a reasonable, rational person. And he's not talking about like killing Jews or nothing like that. He's been talking about Israel and the Jewish people. But he's not talking. At first, when brother Nathaniel, I was also thinking, oh, anti-Semitic bullshit off. When I started really watching him, researching and listening to him, I'm like, I can actually relate to this man. You know? And guess what? I've been listening to some Russian people, watching Daniel, watching Andrei Savelyev, watching Candaceovans. And guess what? Now I'm anti-Semite as well. I got manipulated by all these people. I have a Goyish cup. Now let's say on Jewish history too. And I know that Jewish people came from Mesopotamia, Ur, which is modern day area of Iraq, and the Jewish people conquered Israel, and they're manipulating everybody to think that Israel was like a Jewish land from the beginning of times, which it was not. Talking about Judea. Before Judea, we had United Israel, we have 3 kings before Judea, Saul, David, and Solomon. And also we had the judges, 7 judges before the 3 kings. And Israel conquered Canaan in the 13th century before Christ, which was like 400 years before Judea. So, or at least 350 years, let's see. I think that roughly Israel conquered Canaan, it was like 1270 before Christ. So I say 350 years, okay? 350 years before Judea, Israel appeared on the face of the map. 350 years, okay? Israel, Jewish people, came from the desert and conquered Canaan 350 years before Judea was formed. And how Judea was formed? Because United Israeli Kingship got separated from 2 kingship, Israel and Judea. Israel 10 tribes, Judea 2 tribes. Then Israel got conquered by Assyria, and then the 10 tribes got wiped out. And then we got 2 tribes, Judea. These are modern day Jews. So most of the Jewish people, most of the original Jewish people, they're already like living within the nations, and it's gonna be hard to determine like if you were like, for example, the descendant of somebody from the tribe of God, or who is else? Asher, you know, for example, or Zvulun. All these fucking tribes, they disappeared. And nobody knows who like the ancestor of these people. So anybody could be. So we are the Jews, we are only ancestors of 2 tribes. And we are the only Jews. And we are the ones telling people, Jewish people need to marry Jewish. If you're not, a piece of shit, especially if you're man. And they discourage converts, and they manipulate people, and then they beat Naturei Karta, who are real Jews. So it's like there is like big fight between Jewish people. You know, it's like inside fight, you know. So it's like, fuck. I don't care. Why should I care? I was gonna enjoy my life and drink malt liquor. Cause like, I don't wanna care. I don't see the point. I want to do my own thing. Even though it's anti-Semitic. What? Why should I be slave to the order I didn't subscribe to? I don't want to do it. Listening to all the Jewish people who don't even follow their own customs or don't know them. All they know is ethnic purity of Jewish race. By the way, swill, swill, swill. And I'm done. Done. I've been making this video. There's a couple people been writing me. Was accounting school been writing me because I went to this course like so I started 10 years ago, but in Russian. No, I've been talking to one girl. She's from Sweden, my age. Has a like 2 or 3 year old son. And she's fucking rich girl. And she's trying to teach me how to invest money. We're talking about need to invest in gold. I have my Jewish buddy Charlie in Columbus who does that type of stuff. So, and she knows about it. She really knows about it, but I don't know. I don't have money to invest right now, and I'm not in the mood for it. I'm surviving. I know it's kind of sounds like kind of like an excuse, but hey, it's my life. I don't fucking give a shit. Even though I could be a fuck up, but I just don't care. You know? Anyway, guys. I'm just gonna take care of my business and I'm gonna be posting these videos more often. I'm not gonna be talking about my life. I'm just gonna be trying to just, you know, be simple and put some music and drink and have fun while I can. So, thanks for watching. And I'm out. Later, guys. Like, subscribe, share my video. That was the rules. And I'm out. All the best, you guys. Peace out. Later.